Hi, I'm Jeannette Kiernan. I currently teach second grade at Lakeland Elementary. I've taught first through fifth grade in Pinckney Community Schools for the past 18 years. And throughout that time, I've built so many wonderful relationships with students and their families and administrators and other teachers. It's been those relationships that have really inspired me to travel down so many different paths in my career.
When I think of Jeannette, and in lieu of all of our mindset discussions in our district this year, she definitely has a growth mindset, and that's what I just enjoy about her. She is excited by challenges, she's energized by them, and she knows that it's only through trials and tribulations and failure that she actually learns and sort of hones her craft. And so I've noticed that about her not only as a classroom teacher, in her behavior management in the classroom, but also in the different leadership roles that she's taken on since I've known her here. And then speaking from a social worker perspective, what I love about Jeannette when working with families and kids is that she understands that kids are holistic beings. And what I mean by that is that she understands that kids aren't just academic beings. If they're not performing in her class or excelling the way she needs them to be or she wants them to be, she really does take a look at what's going on socially and emotionally. And over the years, we've worked with some tough kiddos. She had a student this year who lost his main caregiver. And when things got tough, she continuously always honed in on what more can I do to meet his needs. Because academically, he wasn't struggling, but as socially and emotionally, he was. And so she understands that you have to look at the whole picture, whether it's just the child or the child within the family. And so as a social worker, that's my favorite type of staff member to work with, is that teachers who get that if kids don't feel safe, if they don't feel healthy socially and emotionally, the academics are not going to come.
She is probably one of the best teachers I've come in contact with. I once heard that to have a great school, it takes great teachers. And Jeannette definitely has the qualities of a really great teacher. And I think she's not being utilized to her full potential. I think her talents are far beyond 30 students. I think she could touch many more lives and be involved with a far larger group.
The first thing I want to tell you is that yesterday, when you went off yesterday and you did your main idea worksheet, your have-to for reading work, do you remember doing that? And remember I said the purpose of me giving you that worksheet to do all by yourself was to see if you were getting the hang of it. Going the extra mile to get to know a student and their family has always been something that's been really important to me.
So first of all, let's look at the ending. What's the ending? These are your words that you're going to be focused on this week for spelling, right? So let's say them. I want you to say the first sound and the second sound and put it together.
Tomorrow. I'll have to. So I remember when I walked in on the first day and I saw this huge library, and it was filled with a bunch of books that were so organized and neat, and I was just so amazed. Okay, so this is my math ranking chart. You can see I have all yeses. It's because when I did a pre-test, I got all the answers right. So these things that were circled are things I can do, and that there are more challenging for me. Me and Mrs. Kiernan like reading, and Mrs. Kiernan kind of helped me do reading work because I'm not that good at writing, and she pushed me to figure out that writing can be fun. One of the things that I really like about Miss Kiernan is that she gets it done, and she doesn't really do anything until we can get it right, and she gives us a high five. She's really nice, and no other teacher could beat her.
She's a great communicator. I was so impressed the second week of school that she called me and said that my son will be a great fit in this classroom. And for her to take the time to do that, I've never ever had that happen. And I was real impressed right from the beginning of the school year. And since then, her communicating skills with parents have just far exceeded any expectation.
Jeanette's the type of person that's very passionate about education. She devotes a great deal of her personal time to becoming a better educator. People value what Jeannette says when she talks at her staff meetings or IC teams. People listen to her and they really value her opinion.
She is one of the most effective educators I know and a really strong leader. She has great communication skills, and she is really passionate about education and what's best for children. She would be an asset to any team. She knows how to relate to people and how to work with people and how to mentor people without making them feel inferior. She has always taken time out of her day to help other people, students, parents, and other educators. And I think that she's probably one of the best teachers I know.
She's fair in her decisions. When a situation arises, she listens to both sides. She gets ideas from the kids.
My first experience with Jeannette was as a parent. She was my daughter's 5th grade teacher. And I will say that my daughter had a fabulous experience with Jeannette, and it was in some ways a little bit non-traditional and was a great fit for my daughter because she's a bit non-traditional. I think the thing I appreciated most about that experience was that Jeannette saw my daughter for the person who she was and met her where she was in every way, academically, socially, and just as a person. My relationship with Jeannette then shifted when I became her principal when she was a 5th grade teacher at Navigator School, and I worked with her for 2 years there, and then she came with me to Lakeland Elementary, where she's taught every grade except kindergarten. I've worked with her closely on the school improvement team here, moving forward with different initiatives, such as the Lucy Calkins Units of Study writing, and Jeannette has taken a leadership role in many ways in mathematics, in layered curriculum, and has proven to be a strong leader and someone who is very dedicated to kids and doing what's right for children above all else. Having a passion for education and making a positive impact on others is something that comes out every day in my teaching. It will be these same principles that I will apply in a leadership position in Pinckney.